Hey everybody, it's time for another Redneck review. It's me, Robert, the Red Prince, and today the Red Prince is going to be reviewing Red Lanterns number 25. Alright, well, this is in the middle of after the Relic storyline, where the Red Lanterns made a deal with Hal Jordan, the new current leader of the GL Corps, that if they helped him defeat Relic, then they get their own sector. And guess what sector they chose? Sector 2814, the home sector of Earth. Well, anyway, this particular one is written by Charles Scholl and Alessandro Vietti. Okay, it's a $2.99 book, so you know, not bad. It's got great art. This cover. Let me just draw your attention to this cover. This is an awesome picture of Guy Gardner. I'm not a big Guy Gardner fan, but I'm starting to get there. Alright. Well, anyway, like I said, it starts off on Sector 108. This alien has basically been chosen by the Red Rings. I guess he'd be like a Red Lantern version of Mogo. He's just huge. Alright. Well, anyway, we start off in Yasmal, the ship that was taken over by the Red Lanterns when Guy Gardner took over. And he basically beat the snot out of Atrocitus, the baddest dude, I think, in the GL storyline right now, because he is just a tank of power and strength. Well, anyway, he's talking to Rancor, the first human Green Lantern. He goes, you know, I haven't had, he's talking with Guy Gardner, because they're both humans, you know, good thing to have in common, being human. Rancor tells him, I haven't had a moment to say this yet, Gardner, but Oa was your home, no? Blown up by a space giant? That's rough, mate, I'm sorry about that. He doesn't understand, Rancor is still pretty brand new to the, DCU. He's just, he doesn't understand the, sectors, and that everyone comes from a different planet. Guy Gardner tells him, "Oh, it's just where we used to work. Earth is my home, Rancor. Yours too. It's easy to forget sometimes out here, but you don't want to lose your roots. Trust me, your roots are who you are." And we see the rest of the Red Lanterns over here, just hanging out and getting drunk. It goes to home, then to Earth, they say. Well. Then Guy goes into the why they chose this Sector 2814. He goes, well, I'm the leader of the Red Lantern Corps now, and my home is Earth, and I want to make sure it's protected. He goes, anyway, we're in Sector 2814 right now, but you know what else? He goes, huh? He goes, Earth's in that system. He goes, oh, so what does that mean exactly? This guy just doesn't understand the particulars. What it means is, Rancor, is that before Gardner put this deal together, the Greens could do whatever they wanted in this sector. They were the law. Now we're the law. So basically, the rest of the universe is going to just not have to worry about the Red Lanterns. The only thing that they're going to be doing right now is taking care of the Earth sector. And he tells him, you still have a little bit of a problem. There's still Atrocitus out there. And Dagstar went off to go find him. He goes, I'm not going to waste time worrying about a cat. He said, one of the other Red Lanterns goes, it's your life. It's your life, worry about what you wish. But Dagstar was Atrocitus' creature, and he is truly a horrible beast. Well, we find ourselves in Sector 1107. He goes, and he's being Dagstar is dragging Atrocitus away. He's trying to find a way to get his power back. He goes, I will not lament the past, Dagstar. I am Atrocitus. I can change things that have already happened. I can't change things that have already happened. The past serves only as an engine to fuel my rage. And the cat goes, nevertheless, recent events have been difficult. Everything we tried to restore me to my rightful place as the ruler of the Red Lanterns, as every attempt meets with He goes, "Stop! Stop whining and find rage. Be Atrocitus, not baby." He goes, He goes, "Yes, thank you, Dagstar." Yes, he's reminding himself. He's basically saying, grow up. You are, this red crazy lizard thing in space. I mean, why are you whining to me? I'm just a cat. Because we have yet to locate any of the rings I sent out before Guy Gardner stole my throne. That is where we should focus our energy. By now, some of the rings will have found new recruits. We must locate one, kill it, and take its ring. It will be enraged, incautious. We will defeat it with ease. Reach out, Dagstar. Find the nearest red ring bearer. Urgh. And apparently, Dagstar is getting kind of tired of dragging him around. Well, anyway, we take our way back to the Red Lantern Corps, and they are just drunk, and they're trying to decide what to do. They say, now that we have our own sector, what should we do? He goes, right now, here's the rules. There's only one law in Sector 2814. The guy tells him, do whatever the heck you want, just don't hurt anyone. If you hurt someone, the Reds show up at your door. Bleeds goes, perfect, yes, it's everything we should be, but how will systems know if they're aware of lanterns at all? They'll assume the Greens are still policing the sector. And this gigantic brain, I haven't learned all the Red Lanterns' names yet, but he goes, this gigantic brain in here goes, I know what to do. We need to show the sector what we can do. We have to show them how we're different from the Greens. The Greens sit back and wait for threats to appear. They react. But we are the Reds. As our Lord Atrocitus taught us, we exist so that others will not have to suffer, as we did. We do not react, we act. No one here wants a sermon, Ratchet. This is not a sermon, Shalax. It's a call to action. I call it to purpose. We will find the evil in 2814 and we will destroy it utterly. He goes, no, I told you, I know what to do. I believe there is not much time left. I would like to use the time to tell you about Field Marshal Jinsu. So they're trying to figure out a way to display their power, as it were. And the Red Lanterns come up with this guy saying Field Marshal Ginsu. He is basically how the story goes. This guy came in here. He is a very bad despot, sort of like Darkseid. He took over his own planet. He goes, there's only a special elite of people who have any freedoms. He is the ruler of everything. There were two races on this planet, two of them, where after he took over his own people, he took over the other race, and he keeps them in a particular state of slave labor. And he tells them, to he uses the other race as slave force, his people as his soldiers and citizenry. Is he uses them to build these gigantic statues. He said on the planet that there is nowhere where Ginsu does not see you, because there are statues of him everywhere, like Saddam Hussein. And when Ginsu finished with his plan, he moved to his star. He is using his slaves to build a Dyson sphere. And now, this is a really cool thing for the rest of my viewers. If you don't know what a Dyson sphere is, it is imagine you could take a star, the sun, and put a hollow shell around it. You would potentially be able to tap into all the energy of that star. Limitless power. That's what they're talking about here. It's a geometric theory, and it's something that one day they hope to do to our sun. But it's still a theory at this point, because we don't have enough material to cover the entire sun. Alright. So they go, well, that's bad, very bad, and now you see the Field Marshal Ginsu is not merely a devil to his own people. In the time he will threaten the whole sector. Our sector, and a threat to our sector, is certainly a threat to us as well. And we see Rancor go, wait. What in God's name is a Dyson sphere? So I've explained to you what a Dyson sphere is. Basically, and he's trying to get around the concept. Unbelievable what? Well, what's a Death Star? Isn't it just amazing? Okay, well, while they're trying to wrap their heads around a Dyson sphere, we find that Atrocitus and Daxtar are over here. They found the alien from before. I don't really know what this alien's going to do at this point, but Atrocitus goes, no, this is the one. This one will be ours. Its size is not a problem. It is an asset. We can turn it to our advantage. Daxtar, not a kitten. Now take us up there. I would speak to this beast. Alright. Well, they're still trying to figure out a way to get in there and handle Ginsu. So they start going back and forth. They try to figure out a way to handle it. He goes, waste of time. We should just eliminate him. He goes, no, we have to do it publicly, they tell him. So they come up with a way to sneak into his base of operations, because Rancor has the ability to shapeshift with his ring. His constructs can create a fake image. So this is Rancor right here. Alright. Well, anyway, we find ourselves on a ship headed to the planet. And they're on their way again, so he goes, you're assuming I have to pull off a barge for more than 10 minutes. What does he sound like? I didn't hear him, he says. Mostly begging a kind of like a Batman, I guess. He's comparing this alien to Batman. Alright, well, the ship lands, and Ginsu is there to meet the fake infiltrating Red Lantern Corps. This guy, he's going to go, Barg, so wonderful to see you. It has been entirely too long. Field Marshal, it has indeed. A handshake? Nonsense. Too formal for old friends. And he goes and hugs him. Yeah, I started to wonder if this guy was really as bad as they said. It was, come, Barg, we have arranged a lovely surprise for you in honor of your visit. I do love surprises, he says. Well, we see him forcing his people to dance and carry on. You know, your typical despot. But anyway, he's making Berg or a Rancor in this position watch and take place. And Bleeze, the female, he says if they don't, he tells them if the dancers don't keep dancing, we're just going to have to eat them. He goes, she goes, you eat them? This one's spirited, Barge. She's new. If she can't figure out how to keep her mouth shut, she's probably going to die. We only eat them on special occasions, my lovely new friend. It does get them riled up, and there's work to be done, after all. It suits me better to have them happy and busy. However, this is a very special occasion. I expect we'll be dining on all sorts of interesting things this evening. Is that right? Yes, I'm going to give my good friend Barg something he's been absolutely craving. Oh, what's that? He goes over the door. See this part right here? He goes up to him and says, you know, he goes, revenge. Because apparently they beat him up and he managed to make it back. So the first battle to establish dominance in the Red Lantern's new reign has just gone up in smoke. Alright guys, well that's your Redneck review for Red Lantern's number 25. I didn't know if this book was going to make it to 25. I didn't know if it was going to take off when I started reading it, but I'm glad to see it did. Alright, well, for the art, I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's not bad art, it's just sort of darker, and there's a couple more advertisements in here. The story, I'm going to give a 4, just because you have to go back and you really have to read what happened with the Relic storyline. And this is definitely worth the $2.99 price tag. The cover alone, if you are a fan of comic art, I think this one's a must. And you know, I'm sorry it's been taking me a little while to get this stuff out. I just had a rough week trying to get my buddy off to college. And you know, anyway guys, that's your Redneck review from Robert Lawrence, the Red Prince. And God bless you all. We'll talk at you later. And get ready for the next review. I'm going to finish up The War Within, this Transformer trade paperback review I was doing this week. So again, thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.